Welcome to this video from the University of Reading Library on referencing shortcuts. We'll be covering finding out which style you need to use for your references, using the citation generation tools on Summon and Google Scholar, and then how you then edit the output from those tools to have correctly formatted references. If you're unsure which style you should be using, firstly check your assignment brief and your departmental handbook. If you can't find the information there, we have compiled a list of the main styles in use across the university in our Citing References guide. Just scan the QR code on the left of the screen here and you'll see a page with a list of all the departments, and then you can find further information about the styles in use by clicking on the link on the right of the table. Summon is the library's discovery service, and it's a great place to start your search because you will find online resources, especially journal articles, that you can access straight away. It's also great for helping you cite things. On the right of each item on Summon, you'll see a button which looks like double quotation marks. Click on this and you can then generate a reference in most of the styles in use at the university. I'm going to select the Cite Them Right Harvard style, which is used by many departments. Once it's generated your reference, you can then copy and paste that into your work, but you will just need to check it carefully against the guidance, as there may be a few small things we need to change. Compare the citation that Summon has generated, shown at the top here, with the examples in the referencing guidance for your subject or the examples in our Citing References guide. Looking at that, the first thing we need to change is punctuation. If you notice that the quotation marks are single in the example but double here on the Word document. So the first thing I need to do is just come in and change those quotes. The other thing to note is that the comma after the title here should be outside of the closing quotation mark. So I'll just pop that there. The next thing to check is capitalisation of the article titles and the journal names. In the examples shown here, the article title is in lowercase apart from the first letter of the first word and any proper names within it. We need to make that change to our Summon generated reference, and the easiest way to do that is to highlight the article title and use the Change Case tool to change it to lowercase, and then we just need to apply the initial capital on the first word and capitalise any proper names or acronyms within that title. So that is now correctly capitalised. The opposite of that are your journal names. So journal names should have every significant word capitalised, but any linking words such as and or should be in lowercase. So in our Summon generated reference, we just need to change that to have a capital on each word, and then we'll just change the A of and back to lowercase. So that's all the capitalisation sorted. Also related to journal names, notice that journal names in the examples are italicised. So we just need to go into our example here and change that to italics. And as a final check, just make sure your reference is complete. So for journal article references, you need to have a volume number, possibly an issue number as well, and you should have page numbers or an article reference number at the end. This slide just shows all those changes applied to our reference for punctuation, capitalisation and formatting. If you're using Google Scholar, there is a Cite tool underneath the abstract. Click on this and you'll see a range of styles, fewer than you find on Summon, but if you're using the Harvard style, you can select and copy that reference into your work, but you will need to edit it. On this slide, we've got the Scholar generated reference at the top and a corrected version at the bottom. Most of the changes we need to make are around punctuation. The first thing we need to do is remove the comma after the second author's initial and add brackets around the year. Remove the full stop after the year. We then add single quotation marks around the article title and replace the full stop after that with a comma. And then we need to add a space between the PP dot and the first page number. The other thing we need to change in this example is capitalisation of the journal article title which needs to be in lowercase apart from the first letter of the first word and those proper names within it. For further support with referencing, contact your academic liaison librarian. Just email any quick queries, or if you want a more detailed discussion, maybe you've had feedback on an assignment about your referencing, then please do make an appointment. You can find all our contact details via the link on the library homepage or scan the QR code on the screen. Thank you for watching this video and good luck with your referencing.